the stars are certainly looking very beautiful tonight here in Coerthas. Maybe I'll actually be able to reach these stars because, from what I've been told, there's something we need to do in order to get ourselves even stronger than what we already are. And so, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here at Novora Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. So last time we had the opportunity to learn more about the things that are available to us in Ishgard, and so we've had the opportunity to be acquainted with the two sons of Count Edmont, both of whom have main story challenges for us. But we're going to leave that for another time, because from what I've been told, this is important. As far as getting past experience level 50 as a Dragoon, or any warrior class for that matter that has been maxed out to level 50 under Realm Reborn rules, there's something that we have to do in order to get beyond experience level 50, because if I cap out at 50 at the 864,000, I won't be able to get any more experience levels. Now, don't take my word for it, this is just what I heard, but we're going to take the word for it. So, because of that, we've come back here to the Observatorium here in Coerthas, the only place in the entire game of Realm Reborn where an elevated warrior class training was done within Coerthan soil. Everywhere else was done either in Old Hour Thanlin, in the Black Shroud or Gridania, and in Limsa Laminsa or Lanosea. So, it's time for us to be reacquainted with our old friend, Sir Albrecht. It has been a long time since I've seen this guy, and so, obviously, he has important news for us. So, let's speak with Sir Albrecht to take on his challenge entitled, Sky's the Limit. Sir Albrecht is mustering reinforcements for a battle. Mathia, I am pleased to see that you are in control with the dragon within. Nonetheless, I must remind you to remain vigilant at all times. It takes but a moment of weakness for the eye to make you its thrall. But I'm not in possession of it, Sir Albrecht. Now forgive me this abrupt change in subject, but we have urgent need of your lance. Some days ago, a horde of dragons began wreaking bloody havoc within Ishgardian territory. An elite regiment of Dragoons has been dispatched to deal with this threat. Alas, though they fight bravely, they are sorely outnumbered, and are struggling to gain the upper hand. Indeed, but moments before you arrived, we received a request for reinforcements from a unit engaged in battle north and west of Whiterim. A fellow Dragoon and I will go to their aid, and we should be grateful for your presence. Pray go on ahead, we shall follow anon. Well, it's time to do like Skyfair in here, and do what we have to do. And that's play the role of Asia Dragoon. Yeah, you saw Edie wearing this armor, and he looks just as awesome in it as Sky does. So, I do believe we have been encouraged to go to White Brim, so it looks like that's the target right there. So, let's make our way back over to Camp Dragonhead, because, yes, it's finally time to engage in battle in this game. Alright. So, let's get a move on. Now gonna head south and to the east. No, the west. It's the west! But, on a positive note, we will get to see something that is not so often seen in Coerthas, and that's a sunrise. Because usually it's overshadowed by clouds or snow. So, it's obviously imperative for us to get ourselves to White Brim Front as quickly as we can. This is, of course, the area that we helped to reveal the true identity of the fake Inquisitor Guillaume, and it was also where the stone vigil is located. So, these are all very important things for us to take into consideration as we are making our way there. Plus, something else that I've been shown in the time since the recording of Realm Reborn is that there's actually a shortcut to get in the White Brim Front. You don't actually have to go in the front door. There is actually a side entrance, and it shocks me that the Dravanian Horde has not made more use of this. You come over here, and then you make your way to this particular cliff, and jump yourself over. And there it is. That simple. Alright, so, yes, I believe that as a level 126, as far as items are concerned, as well as in terms of weapons and armor and various other accessories, Mathia, as Asia Dragoon, should have no difficulty with this challenge. But since I'm seeing this for the first time ever, we don't necessarily know what we're going to be getting ourselves into. Alright, yeah, there is going to be a breach situation here, so... Alright, so that looks like what we are fighting. So, let's break out my Chocobo. He's named Lanza, like Edie's, was. Like Edie's Chocobo was, so let's go help this wounded Dragoon. And take on this Horde Outflyer. Come on over. I wanna hurt you. I wanna hurt you and ooh, you have quite a bit of HP. Yeah, you're not gonna be a pushover. But you don't know who you're dealing with. You're dealing with an Asia Dragoon. Best in the business. It takes a lot of hard work to earn this distinction. And thus, I shall take full use of it. Yeah, very rare sunlight gazing on Coerthas, so enjoy it while you can, because it don't stay around often. Yeah. Everyone who's played Dragoon is just coming en masse to this challenge. Let's speak with this wounded Dragoon here. Give him a hand. Is it Estenian? Or is it? I owe you my life. That beast would have torn me limb from limb. Okay, I thought that was Estenian. Our lances were not needed, 'twould seem. Such is the might of the Asia Dragoon. What else would you expect? You have not pledged allegiance to Ishgard, yet you came to our aid nonetheless. For that we are grateful. Their deaths thus avenged, our comrades may go to their rest in peace. My lady, I shall attend to the fallen. 'Tis an honor to see you again, my friend. Though it appears I am not remembered, I suspect the armor is to blame. Permit me to introduce myself anew. I'm Christian of the Order of the Knights Dragoon, and I had the pleasure of assisting in your training. Oh yes, I do actually remember who you are, but of course, since we didn't really get to see that much of you, we didn't really know what you looked like. But now we get to finally see it. As we approached, Sir Albrecht and I bore witness to the final moments of the battle. I could not help but notice that though you have been instructed in our ways, there was something distinct about the manner in which you fought. I know the reason why. As an adventurer, you have done battle with the foes the realm over. Through these many encounters, your techniques have evolved to produce a style that sets you apart from we who fight dragons exclusively. Such insights you must possess. If I may speak frankly, I wish to train under you. Will you accept me as your pupil? Are you serious? You see, a fearsome dragon has been terrorizing Coerthas of late. Growly is its name, and I have been charged with leading a mission to slay it. Though I am in second in command in the Order, I am not confident in my chances against the creature, such is its ferocity and cunning. If I am to triumph over Growly, I must needs grow stronger, and I believe I can, under your tutelage. What say you? Will you consent to training me? As we teach, so too do we learn. This I know from experience. I wholeheartedly urge you to accept Christian as your pupil. You need not give me an answer right at this moment. Think on it and let Sir Albrecht know your decision. Till next we meet. So yeah, I didn't actually notice this. Maybe this is something I should look back on in Realm Reborn footage. But yeah, she actually wears a different color of Dragoon armor than both, who I thought was Estenian but isn't, and Mathia. But yeah, I'm shocked that's not actually, oh wow, so it looks like all the elite Dragoons, or those who are supposed to be elite, wear Estenian's black armor. So yeah, we gotta go all the way back to the Observatorium, so I will meet you guys there in a moment. And so we have now returned to the Observatorium where Sir Albrecht and Christian are waiting for us, so let's speak with them. Have you made your decision then? Will you agree to teach Christian? Yeah, I guess we've agreed. I am grateful. I swear I will not disappoint you. With your guidance, I shall put an end to Brulee's reign of terror. Now, I should like nothing more than to begin my training at once, but duty calls. For the time being, I shall endeavour to emulate the deadly lance work I witnessed you employing earlier. Well, thank you very much, Lady Christian. Don't get too cold, huh? Christian is among our very best in recent generations. If you are to train one of her caliber, you yourself must rise to new heights of mastery. Oh, of course. Resume your own training, and return hither when you are satisfied with your progress. And so we get 24,000 experience points plus 702 gil for completing the challenge. So, the next Dragoon quest will be available for Sir Albrecht upon reaching level 52. The requirements for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. Alright. Well, thank you very much, Sir Albrecht. So, until we meet again. But, now it is time for us to return to the, we have to return to Ishgard, is where we have to go. Because we need to go and help out the two brothers. So, let's make it a point to make our way back to Ishgard to accomplish this. But yeah, that's the most unexpected turn to have someone want to train under me instead of me training under someone else. That is most interesting, but I appreciate that they think highly enough of me that they want to do it that way. So back over to the last vigil. Because that's of course where House Fortemps is, and we have to go back there in order to take on further challenges. Alright. Make sure we're going in the correct direction. There's House Fortemps. Yes, you shall show me inside. Of course you will. Well, after having experienced battle now within the game, let's go back to dress uniform, because we are at House Fortemps after all. So, we know that Artoriel was not all that enthusiastic about wanting my assistance, but Emanalan was. So I think we'll deal with Emanalan's main story quest first. So, he has a level 50 challenge entitled Onwards and Upwards. When a man like Lord Emanalan is in high spirits, you can be sure that trouble is in store. Really? Shall we off then, old boy? Ah, but where are my manners? Emanalan de Fortemps, second son of Count Edmont de Fortemps. True born, that is. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you're absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, but my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true. But who could be satisfied subsisting on a meagre allowance, forever overshadowed by his sibling? Not I, old boy, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts. Or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Artoriel. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, don't look at me that way, I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Halinalt. They have been ever steadfast friends to our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we will be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. Alright. So, is Artoriel's challenge still available? It is. So I just want to make sure that it wasn't like you're forced to choose between one of two in terms of like when you had to choose one of the 3 grand companies to be a part of. And I know that Sakura is trying to get my attention. I'll let her know what's going on. Alright. So, where would the airship landing be? Okay, it'll be over here near the Athenium. Then we will go over there. Alright. Athenium, it is. Alright. Over here. So yeah, this definitely looks like an airship landing, alright. And there's a man on land. Everything has been taken care of, old boy. Simply tell the attendant when you are ready to board, and away we will go. Very well. Alright, sir. Are you ready to depart, sir? The airship bound for Camp Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. Yeah, I believe we will be leaving on said airship. And since this is a brand new place that we're going to, we're already starting to get experience points from it. But we'll see just how much ground we're expected to cover as we watch this cutscene. Yeah, so we're asked to go to the Sea of Clouds. Within Abalathia's spine. And unlike Coerthas, it's nice and green. It's a lush land here.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home.
I'm shocked that they actually wanted to take something from Sid. It looks like there are some knights here get some good training here. And
high
sightseeing.
Into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds. A frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore.
Yeah, because they're so fixated
To a
on fighting
fledgling
dragons.
outpost, within the Sea of Clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, he came.
I'm guessing they're referring to me. Yeah, because here we come. Making our arrival. I like the windmills too. And Matthias certainly has a smile on his face. He gets to explore new uncharted territory. But I imagine that having to draw my weapon out may be in order here. So let's speak with Amelan to continue. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Coerthas may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong, solid persona all the time, you know? Yeah, I know, but it's like Legend of Zelda, they don't give me a choice. Never mind, we need to find Lady Lynette. She's in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. So, how far are we going? Well, there is an aether right here, plus there is a challenge that you can take, so there are side quests, which is good. Alright, well, let's go into battle gear just in case it is required of us. And away we go. Let's first of all attune to the aetherite that's here at Camp Cloudtop, and then we'll go and find Lynette. Yeah, it'll take a little while to get used to that name, Lynette. Alright, tuning the aetherite here. Alright. Now that's taken care of. And then we got the simple business dealt with. Let's head to the east. Follow the green circle wherever it goes. And sometimes fall if we have to. Ain't that hurt. Ain't that hurt. Okay, yeah, all the enemies here are level 50. Which means, and if they are feral, they will be attacking us. Who knows how strong they are? We don't know yet. And speaking of which, has an expansion been added to my hunting log? No. No expansions are added to the hunting log. Just in case I am asked to kill some of these things. But we'll start killing some of this stuff eventually, I'm quite certain. We arrive at the Rose House. Let's go ahead and disembark the Chocobo and speak with Lady Lynette. Master Griffin, welcome. I'm Sir Lynette de Halenant, commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I am your vet, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were for it not for you, my young brother Francel would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I've been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of Helone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's saviour in person, and to call upon his generous aid besides. Truly, I don't know what I would have done to deserve this double blessing. Of course. 'Tis always a pleasure to see you again, my Lady Lynette. You cut an elegant figure as always, a steel-clad rose equally at home on the battlefield or in the ballroom. Yeah, he's hitting on her. Lord Emanaland, if it is not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Master Griffin. Yeah. Advance is not allowed. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravanian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. And so this is where I come in. No beast man is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a bird man and I'll show him a thing or two. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Master Griffin. Well, I'm up to the task, and so with that, we complete this challenge and get 48,000 experience points plus 517 gil. So is that the only thing that we've been asked to do, or is there more? No, it is saying that there is more, so why don't we go ahead and... Well, yeah, we'll take on the next challenge, why not? So let's take on the level 50 challenge entitled An Indispensable Ally. Lady Lynette knows all too well what must be done to ensure that your time spent in Camp Cloudtop is not for nothing. While I understand Count Edmont's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Dravanian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep the men and land from shirking his duty. I don't think that'll be an issue. Hopefully. Now, where did you go? You're hiding in here somewhere. There you are. Yeah, no advances allowed. A request from Lynette? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few yards away. Oh, never mind. What is it? Mission now of paramount importance. A mission? Yes, of course. That is why I'm here. I shall do as my lady asks. Okay, now we have to speak with his friend, Honoroy. Ah, Master Griffin, I do not believe I have not properly introduced myself. My name is Oloroy, and I serve the pleasure of Lord Amanalan. Lady Lynette would have me accompany Lord Amanalan on his mission? Ah, I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Well, looks like we've accomplished what we needed to do. Lady Lynette, if we can find you in this mass of humanity. Were he of another house, mayhap I will not feel obligated to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you, at least more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I suspect you have had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. Well, make that what you will. But yeah, let's go ahead and get an Archaeoskin Breaches of Maiming for the Dragoon. That challenge is completed, so looks like that Lady Lynette has more for us to do, but we'll take care of it next time, because it looks like we could be staying here for quite a while, and who knows how long it'll take before we can go back to Ishgard to complete the other main story branch, if we are allowed to do so. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. And when I join you again, we'll see what Lady Lynette wants us to do here in the Sea of Clouds. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew with the More Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.